What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Spencer doing a deck profile, and I also have some bonus gameplay, including one of the funniest misclicks you'll ever see in Yu-Gi-Oh! But the replay is actually just really cool, really entertaining duel at the end of the day, so be sure to stick on for that at the end of the video, which I'll go straight into it afterwards. But I took an extra day off because I really wanted to change this deck. I wasn't really happy with the product I had made during that video. Most notably, I've taken out the Winged Dragon of Ra. I wanted to make it its own Obelisk deck. It was in there, and I used it, but not as much as I wanted to. So I'm actually pretty happy with what I have here, and I'll just go through it really quickly. 2 Obelisks, mainly because they have 3 True Name. Again, another deck that tries to maximize the value of the True Name. That goes with 2 Guardian Slime, because I do have 2 ways to stack it on top of the deck with the True Name. I think I used that once here. I'm not sure in one of the replays. And then I have my very small Shaddoll package here, and I'll actually move these just very quickly so you guys get the full range of my Shaddoll package. That is pretty standard in my decks. I don't know. I'm pretty sure people run a lot more cards than this, but it works for me. 1 Shaddoll Beast, 1 Shaddoll Dragon, 1 Performance Trick Clown, and there's a few reasons for this. Shaddoll Windy, 1 Shaddoll Falco, and 1 Absolute King Backjack, which lets you stack the deck, which you can send off of Shaddoll Fusion, which is really nice. Another way to stack the deck with the True Name. And also, I kind of mentioned this like a couple seconds ago, but the reason Performance Trick Clown, it triggers Guardian Slime, as you guys have seen probably in my older videos. Also, it is a free special summon to tribute summon with the Egyptian gods. Going on to the spell cards, Card of the Soul. I don't know if you guys know what this one does, but if your life points equal the total sum of the attack and defense, so meaning 4,000 and 4,000, and so that's 8,000 obviously combined, and that way you can search Obelisk turn 1. It's pretty decent considering there's no spell cards or search cards for the other Egyptian gods. This technically counts as one of those. Moving on to Lightning Storm. I run a couple of them, mostly because Fist of Fate kind of does this. Honestly, you can take this out. I know it's coming out in the structure deck, so it will luckily be affordable. You can make these, I don't know, like Effect Veiler, since you do run the 3 Ash here. I guess it's up to you, personal preference. I like this because it gives you a little versatility. 3 True Name, obviously, because there's a ton of ways to do it. 3 Shaddoll Fusion, and it's good to mention, I guess, at this point that this is definitely a going second deck only. Would not recommend going first with this, otherwise you're going to have a pretty bad time. 2 Pot of Extravagance. I used to run this at 3. It became maddening to draw it off of it, and I think 2 is a good ratio. 3 Card Advance. You just want to dig deeper into your deck. There's a lot of cards that you need. It's a little silly, but you also just think of this card as double summon with an extra effect. That's literally what it is. 3 Exchanging Souls. This card is obviously very good. 3 Fist of Fate. So maybe you want to take out one of these Lightning Storms, add another Fist of Fate. I'm not sure. It's kind of hard to meet the requirements because you do need Obelisk. That's why I run it at 2. To go along with 1 Millennium Revelation, although now I'm seeing this now, I don't have Monster Reborn, so excuse me, I don't know how it got excluded from the deck. Maybe you want to take these out and then go from there. Or maybe you want to take out these, the Deep Sea City. It stacks the deck for Guardian Slime. Again, just another way to make that happen. So there we go. And then 3 Infinite Impermanence. It's actually quite useful. Going on to the extra deck, I run a bunch of 3-ofs because of Pot of Extravagance, but this is all you need. It's literally just used as a small engine. 3 Egyptian God Slime, 3 El Shaddoll Construct, 3 El Shaddoll Winda, 3 Predaplant Verde Anaconda, in case you have this kind of situation going on, and 3 Almirage. You may think, that's pretty weird, why would you do that? Just in case you draw King Backjack, you can actually normal summon it, go into Almirage, and then it stacks the deck once again, anytime it's sent to the graveyard. So just a little bit of a backup plan there. Some high IQ stuff, obviously. And we'll move on to the replays, and I'll save the funny one for last. And we'll check out this matchup I have against an Egyptian God deck, which is fairly interesting. And this is pretty cool, right? Because he does run a Kaiju package. I kind of just wanted to show this guy's deck off a little bit. Meaning, so he wants to be able to tribute summon, right? I'm assuming he has Egyptian gods somewhere in his deck. If he doesn't, that would be even funnier. Wow. Hold on a second. Okay, so he just uses Egyptian God Slime. That's, I thought this was an Egyptian God deck. That's so funny. It's like a Kaiju deck, but he runs that. All right, I mean, sure. But could you imagine? Hold on, now this is even crazier than I thought it was. Could you imagine not playing the Egyptian God deck, having Egyptian God Slime, and then seeing me activate exchanging souls? Nah, man, that is so funny. That's insane, actually. Because I thought it'd be funny because he's like, oh look, here's the Egyptian gods too, but no, not the case. No interrupted kaiju slumber, unfortunately, and mind control clearly. I just take that back during the end phase. Nor can he attack with the monster. Here's gimmick puppets. I think I use Fist of Fate here, and look at this opening hand. I mean, it doesn't get much better than this. He's going to go into the Link monster. I will respond with Ash Blossom. Now, not only does he have an extra deck monster with nothing on the board, but I also have Card Advance and the True Name, and I think this is where I grab Fist of Fate. And then I can summon an Obelisk, but I don't need to, right? Because Shaddoll Fusion equals a 1-card Egyptian God, or 1 card, 3 tributes, which is exactly what I do, plus drawing a card. It is soul crossing, unfortunately, but that's, you know, what are you going to do? Sometimes it just doesn't roll your way. Considering I have Fist of Fate, I feel pretty comfortable about my situation. One thing of note here as well, so he does have a bunch of spells and traps, and typically you want to use Fist of Fate during your turn, but, you know, it wasn't the case. I used it there because if this got destroyed, I'd be in a really tough place, so I figured the risk, you know, was definitely worth what it was at the moment. And I do run a lot of power cards to make up for the fact that Obelisk doesn't truly have an effect on the field, and Ash Blossom, you know, comes in real handy here, and I end the duel. Now here, this is such a great duel, and I was, it was just a funny, my mouse just kind of slipped from my angle that I was at. But take a look, this is really entertaining duel. He goes for Dark Magician. Okay, there we go. I can go ahead and hit him with the Infinite Impermanence. I draw another one, which is pretty nice. I can banish 6 cards. He has an Ash of his own. Alright, we're going forward here, but I do still have the Infinite Impermanence, and I do still have the Ash Blossom. This, what you'll see here, is a pretty pivotal part of the duel, right? I can either Ash this, or I can Infinite Impermanence. In my mind, at the moment, I was doing this. And this is obviously not the misclick. It'll be much more egregious and funny. But the context of the misclick will be important. But anyways, I figured he's not going to... When he sees me put this in the column, I feel like I'm telegraphing what it is. And he has his own Infinite Impermanence. So I do decide to use the Ash because there's also more versatility, right? If he tries to search something from the graveyard, I can Ash it versus Infinite Impermanence, which has to be on the field. Although I guess in my mind I should have also read that he's going to go straight into Predaplant Verde Anaconda, which normally would be ashable, but not through this. Okay, so I'm not looking like I'm in a great spot. He goes ahead and negates Windy. I'm not sure about that at all, but he tries to draw cards during his next turn. So clutch, clutch, clutch. So here we go. There's not a lot of well, I shouldn't say there's not a lot of cards that can help me in this situation. I need to be able to stack the deck, and we'll see what I get off the top because he doesn't have a negate left. And it is, wow, I mean, this is, what a top deck. So, okay, I'll show you what I do next, and I'll go step by step here. I'm going to be able to get rid of the spell and trap in the back, which is really cool. And here you go. I'm going to be able to send Absolute King Backjack here. So I'm going to pop the back row. Here we go, popping the Infinite Impermanence. And so now I'm not only am I stacking my deck, which I think I get Fist of Fate, which is absolutely insane. I think I do. Yeah, so Fist of Fate is going to come down after I shuffle this. And so now I do have it. And I meant to click right here in the middle, but look where I play the True Name. Just a silly, like, kind of online thing. But since this is going to get negated, we'll just go over the implications of what would have happened, which is truly amazing what a casual deck like this would have been able to do against such a good board. I would not have to have used Fist of Fate, first of all, which is really nice. This Shaddoll window would have been online after the next turn. And so once I special summon the Obelisk, I would have been able to get over his Dragoon of Red Eyes, because it hadn't used the effect yet, right, to gain attack. And then I also would have had the backup on top of the special summon, limits with Winda. So there we go. But you see that it is going to get negated here because of the placement of it. But I did want to show that to you because I thought it was a really fun and cool duel. Yeah, but that's going to do it for today's deck profile and little gameplay video. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Other than that, that's going to do it for today's video, and I'll see you guys next time.